cricket clubs managed to get into finals. In semis, they were against 11 Stars Cricket Club and Doha Rockers. These two, we expect them to put on a good show. Yummy Taste Cricket Club winning the toss, electing to bowl first. What do you make out of this decision to bowl first?
I think it's an interesting one, to say the least. These days, most teams winning the toss would probably prefer to make the first use of the pitch. However, a bit of an anti-contrast here with the Black Cats deciding to bowl first, and we'll wait and see. There is wind blowing across the ground from left to right, which will be a big factor in this game, particularly with the tennis ball cricket. The ball tends to fly a lot, and particularly towards that onside region. So a decision that might come back to haunt them.
It's been gloomy all day. It's pretty cloudy here in Doha. This event is taking place at Western Park International Cricket Stadium, a wonderful cricket arena located in Asian town Doha. As we have seen, it's been pretty windy. Hitting against the wind would be challenging, as it's a soft green ball. It's really difficult to hit against the wind, and that's where an advantage for bowling side comes into picture. That's the reason Yummy Taste Cricket Club choosing to bowl first in order to assess the situation, the pace on the pitch, the movement on the pitch, the bounce, and the windy conditions as well.
All right, 4 balls done, and they've already got 11 on the board here. And that's typical tennis ball cricket for you. Shuffles across and sends that into orbit. And that's a statement, one way of stamping your authority. 17 already on the board. And ZEDAN CC are rollicking along already. In comes Hussain once again, lets that one go, but the umpire, thinking that it was a legitimate ball, not very happy with that decision there, the batter, but it was the right call in the end. End of the first one then. 17 ZEDAN for the loss of none.
There have been many groups in this softball league. Al-Khor was named as Group A, Al-Wakra Group B, Doha Group C. And Group D was for Saeed, Al-Shahania in Group E, Al-Rayyan Group F, Lusail Group G, Salal Group H. Started off really well, a left-handed batsman, taking a good advantage of the wind blowing across the pitch.
Yeah, it tells you so much about the talent of these two teams. They've made it across so many hoops and group stages, and here they are, claiming their worthy prize to be in the finals. It's for them. The stage is set, the launch pad is there. They can enjoy themselves and express themselves as freely as they want. As Shani comes into ball, looking for that helicopter shot, not quite getting the connection. A single is a good result at the moment.
Getting left-handed Irfan on strike. That's a good ploy because the advantage for the wind is there for the left-handed batsman, and in the last over we have seen it. Rizvi putting the ball across the boundary for a wonderful six. Projected score at this moment is 155, which will be a very good total. Wonderfully bowled outside of fuller in length. Tried to play that in the cover region, not getting the connection on the bat. Shani starting his first over, a dot followed by a single.
Yeah, still in this day and age, that ball right up in the block hole is still one of the most difficult deliveries to hit. And yet again, you see there, even in this format of the game, once again maintaining that length, getting close to that Yorker length, is driven it away, is coming back for the second though. This was marginally shorter than the previous delivery, so giving the batter an extra amount of time to be able to time that ball. And a couple of runs, but it hasn't been a bad over so far. Only 3 of it so far, 3 of 3 run a ball stuff. And in this format of the game, you could not hope for a better economy rate. Something's got to give here. Fourth ball of the over coming up, and they would feel that they need to break free, and this time making once again going across the stumps, and the first boundary of the over, it went straight, gun barrel straight.
A wonderful shot, piercing the gap perfectly on that occasion. The outfield for the soft ball is not as fast as the batting team would have liked, but he had enough legs on that one to make it to the boundary, and 7 runs have been collected from first 4 deliveries. Zishan Shani need to adjust his length a bit. It was over pitch, it was asking to be hit.
Yeah, he'll become a bit predictable, and he goes straight down the ground. This time he's got the full Monty. In fact, a couple of bounces and it goes for 4. But yeah, he's becoming too predictable after the first 3 deliveries. Outside the off stump, he was able to execute that Yorker on the first ball, but these are mere half volleys, dollies that these batters would accept gleefully with both hands.
Back-to-back boundaries for Rizvi. He's taking a complete advantage of over-pitched deliveries, hitting along with the wind on that occasion. Last delivery, trying to reverse, and is it going to be out? We'll have to wait and watch what happened there. A loud appeal, the team gathering, and umpire deciding against. That ends the over with the dot ball, and 11 runs coming from that over from Shani. 28 for no loss.
I think they'll be having a bit of a conference there. Are they considering a review? Yeah, against the run of play, the batter looking for that switch hit, trying to be innovative. The idea was right, the execution was missing.
There appeared to be a little deflection. We might have a replay. And 28 for no loss after 2 overs. It's a good start, considering it's a 10-over game, and I guess the power play is going to be of 3 overs. Only 3 fielders outside the 30-yard circle. When the ball is new, with the softball cricket, it's really difficult to clear the ball getting a big shot, because there is a decent amount of fur on the ball. As the game progresses, the ball gets old, and then it travels a bit. Nevertheless, a very good start given by Irfan and Rizvi.
Yeah, a bit of a cliche to say that the left hand combination is an ideal combination, as it goes through defenses there. Hamza, you miss, I hit. He was fully straight, And he was straight through the batter as well. First blood then to the opposition.
Yorkerland delivery, trying to hit that straight down the ground, misses it completely. Probably he just played it across the line, playing a wrong line, completely deceived by Hamza. He is bowling the third over of this innings. First delivery for Hamza's first over gets him the wicket. What a way to start with. 28 for 1.
Yeah, a bit of a cliche once again to say they had a left and right hand combination go in, and so often we say that, but the kind of wind we have blowing right now, this is a huge advantage in favor of the batting side, because on either end you'll have one batter who can access that onside area. That's changed though, because the first batter now is back in the hut as the captain makes his way out in the middle. We'll have two right-handers now out in the middle. What an action-packed game this promises to be. The captain standing in a typical ball style, tennis ball style, and he will not have any sighters. This is not a game where you go for sighters. First ball, he had one intention, one aim, to hit that ball in the middle of Doha somewhere.
The captain himself brings himself at number 3. He tried to hike that one for a big shot, getting an inside edge, but nevertheless he gets off the mark with that single. He will have some nerves being a captain of the team, making all the way through to the finals. Rizvi, the left-handed batsman on strike. Hamza on his way for the third delivery, not a very long run-up.
Oh, cheeky! Once again innovative. And has he got the maximum there? No, a couple of bounces into the rope. But what a shot. And you say that about these types of shots these days. They've become so common. It's almost second nature. You're dealing with batters who can play 360 degrees, who have the ability to access all areas of the ground. And that's one issue these days for the bowlers. They just cannot predict what's coming.
The only 3 fielders in the deep. There is deep point, deep third man, and deep fine leg for the left-handed. That's really well bowled, watchfully played, targeting the stumps. Shy the stumps. Is it a directed inquiry to the umpire? Umpire politely denying the appeal, batsman making it through quite comfortably. Hamza in his first over, he's been pretty accurate, just 6 runs coming of his first 4 deliveries and a wicket, a very important wicket of a said batsman. 3 bowlers have been used so far. Hussain started off the proceedings 1 over for 17 runs. For him it was a bit expensive. Zishan Shani, second over of the innings, 11 runs of his second over. Here goes Hamza, Mafas on strike. That's a big shot. Is it going to go all the way? Yes, indeed. We'll have to wait. Yes, it's all the way for a 6. It was in the slot.
Wow, magnificent. Short of words there. It went so high, it would have come down with a weather report. The captain then making a marker, laying down one, covering the stumps. Typical tennis ball cricket this. And once again, you'll see him covering the stumps, not worried about being LBW. That's the least of your worries in this format of the game. But once again, right up in the block hole was Hamza. An excellent comeback to finish the over. At the end of 3, then ZEDAN are 41 for 1.
Qatar Cricket Association bringing these visuals live to our viewers, led by President His Highness Sheikh Abdulaziz bin Saud Al Thani. The executive board includes Khalid Saleh Al Rumahi as a General Secretary and key board members including Muhammad Abdullah Al Mir, Abdullah Hossain Al Marri, and Sarah Abdullah Aziz Al Sheeb. Wonderful visuals here at Asian Town Cricket Stadium, known as Western Park International Cricket Stadium. Wonderful arena, good sitting space, wonderful lavish green outfield. What a setup here.
You know, speaking about ZEDAN CC, last year they were the finalists, losing that game by a margin of 10 runs, I believe. They were so close yet so far. This year, facing a different opposition, Yummy Black Cats, and they've gone in with different intentions. The captain of the toss losing the toss, and were invited to bat first. He didn't really mind it. He was planning to bat first anyways, putting up a total of around 165. That's what he aspired to do. And at the moment, the run rate is around 15 runs and over.
That's wonderfully bowled into the pitch. Chance for an out. What happened there? It was pretty close. Zohaib Akhtar is starting off with his first over. Wonderful delivery to start off with, just a single.
Yeah, what an effort this has been by QCA to organize this event following a tournament of leather ball cricket. We've got tennis ball cricket for amateur cricketers as well. It's very popular in this part of the world, followed by a whole lot of different demographics, people from Southeast Asia in particular, big fans of this format. And it's becoming popular day in and day out. Billions, millions of watchers in the Indian subcontinent. And they're organizing some high-profile, high-octane events around the world. So you never know. We might just find our next big superstar coming off this league. In comes Zohaib. He's ready. Oh, I think it was a bit fortunate that the batter decided to not give it a full Monty because it was in the slot. Bit of an half volley, really, but Rizvi quite happy to dab it just for a single. Maybe a bit wary of the line on that occasion. It was bowled within the line of the stumps.
Zohaib bowling a really good tight line and length. He's not giving anything away for the batter. No room, no goodies for the batsman. Here comes wonderfully bowled again. He's getting the ball to come into the batsman. And that's what's making the batsman really difficult to hit the ball. On this occasion, completely deceiving Mafas. It was appearing as if it's in the slot, but the pace on the ball from Zohaib Akhtar deceiving Mafas.
I think on that last occasion he used the wind to good advantage, bowling from over the wicket, and that wind taking that ball, jagging that ball into the right-hander. He had that movement going, and there was no room at all for the batter to free his arms. Tucked for room, he could not have swung. Hence, didn't really get the execution and elevation. It'll be different for Rizvi though. The ball will be moving away from him. And full toss, not quite getting the connection he was hoping for, but that ball I think lands in a no man's land.
There is a bit of misfielding and there is a bit of confusion in the middle. Batsman looking to go for a single. returned through halfway back in the crease. There was an opportunity trying to reverse switch hit on that occasion. If would have played it the normal way, it was a juicy full toss, a rare bad delivery from Zohaib. Current run rate dropping a bit on this occasion, just 12 runs and over at this moment. Rizvi batting at 22 of 11, batting almost 200 runs and over, and what a good shot that one. It was there in the slot.
Oh, he's made an absolute meal of that one, the fielder at the boundary rope. It was a straightforward chance, an absolute sit-up, a piece of cake really, and Zohaib rightly gutted with himself. Not often you see an opportunity created up front in this format of the game. It was created. He was let down though.
That's what happens when you try to hit against the wind. It was struck well, but wind dragging the ball, and it was straight down the throat of the fielder. Lucky there to survive. Nevertheless, a single.
An important ball coming up. Only the 4 runs conceded so far in this over. And this time, with the angle he goes. Thank you very much, he says. And finishes the over with a bang. 50 up for ZEDAN CC at the end of 4. They are 51 for 1.
What was looking to be a very good over. Last delivery, a complete spoiler for Zohaib. It was overpitched, gave it a full toll on that occasion. Rizvi moves to 23 of 12 deliveries, is batting wonderfully well. There is a little team gathering going on in the middle at this moment. Some strategy, some thoughts being shared by the captain.
I think at the halfway stage, Yummy Black Cats looking at this innings wouldn't really mind it. 51 for 1. The projected score going down to 128. It's not so bad in this format of the game.
That 6 brings a 50 on board in just 4 overs, so not a very good start for the fielding side after winning the toss.
And there's a change in bowling now. Will there be a change in fortune? There was a dropped catch in the last over. Rizvi surviving that one. And he's on strike now.
The partnership between these two, 23 of 11 runs, shaping out to be really well for the team. Risen is the new bowler. He starts off, and is it going to go all the way? It seems, yes indeed, in the stands. What a wonderful shot, short of a delivery. The length matters here. It was in the slot, it was in the arc, he was ready. He flashes hard at it.
Look at Sohail Khan in the background there, taking that catch gleefully. Does not count, of course. Practicing for the Qatar seniors. He was quite active there, and presence of mind shown as well. Even though he's busy practicing with the seniors, the Qatar senior side. Sohail Khan took 5 wickets the other day for his domestic side, Shah 11.
A 6 followed by a wide. Not a very good start for Risen. 58 already on the board. Current run rate 13.92, which is a good one. That will take them somewhere close to 150.
It seems Rizvi has struggled a little bit when the ball has been bowled to him outside the off stump. He's quite happy tonking it to the onside. And once again, with the angle he goes. This time over square leg. And the second maximum of this over. Back-to-back sixes then for Rizvi. This is one area you do not want to bowl to him. Absolute bread and butter for him.
What a wonderful shot. He gets in good positions. He was eyeing for that six in the backward square leg area. He moves to 35 of just 14 deliveries. What a start for him. 64 on the board, 2 sixes and a wide, already 13 of 2 deliveries from Rizin. He needs to make a comeback.
And once again, he goes onside. Is this an opportunity? The fielder's running in, and he's dropped another one. A regulation opportunity, has to be said. Basker, he was running in, had his eyes on the ball, goes with hard hands. And what have you done? Says the captain. Hands on hip stuff. They've dropped him again.
He's riding his luck today. He's not going to get out, it seems. A simple catch. Ran in, covered a decent distance on that occasion. Got right in under the delivery, under the ball, and got in a good position. A little lollipop dropped on that occasion, and that's not going to help the fielding side. A set batsman who is batting really well, getting lives a couple of times. That's one bounce to the fielder. It was in the slot, couldn't get the elevation on that occasion.
Well, it's the pressure, it's the nerves of the big finals. You might see these guys taking them 10 times out of 10 in the fielding drills. When it comes to the actual match, shouts of catch it can send chills down your soul. And that is exactly what we witnessed on that occasion, on 2 occasions in fact. Almost 2 balls to go till the halfway stage. This has been a productive over so far for ZEDAN CC, a shorter one, a slower one. The umpire signaling it as a wide. In fact, a no ball because that was the second bouncer above the head height. And now then, Rizvi, he's got the license to kill and thrill. He can go all guns blazing yet again. Rizvi, he wouldn't mind that.
Been an expensive over. Already 15 runs coming from this over with 2 deliveries to go. Things are really not working for Rizin at this moment.
Right, here we go then. Free hit coming up. He'll be eyeing that onside area, that's for sure. He goes onside but misses out. Livid with himself. A freebie. But a good result for Rizin on the other hand. Managing a dot ball at this stage. It's been a 16 run over so far. They'll be looking to finish it big. ZEDAN CC. Ball it outside that off stump. He's been uncomfortable in that region. Will he do that? A good delivery, a slower one. Misses everyone. They go through for a bye, looking for the second as well. Will they come back? Yes, they do comfortably. End of 5, then ZEDAN sitting pretty at the halfway stage. 69 they are for 1.
Few Premier League matches. They are on its way. Peshawar Zalmi are playing against Karachi Kings. Peshawar Zalmi putting on 246, losing just 3 wickets. Wonderful innings by Babar Azam, 87 of 51 deliveries. 10 10 boundaries and 2 sixes for him. Strike rate of 170. Kusal Mendes giving a good support on the other end, scoring a wonderful 109 from 52 deliveries, 14 boundaries and 4 massive sixes for him. 109 for Kusal Mendes, and Abdul Samad finishing off the things in style. 40 runs from 12 deliveries, 3 boundaries and 4 sixes. In response, Karachi Kings are 86 for 9. So it's going to be an easy win for Peshawar Zalmis.
Yeah, second leg of PSL moving from Lahore to Karachi. Different conditions, a different ball game altogether. The ball, we had an excellent contest yesterday, won by Peshawar Zalmi as well. They're playing their second game on the trot, coming off the back of a very close encounter. The game went right down to the wire. They were chasing a meager target of 144 yesterday, and the contest went down to the last ball. A last ball victory for Zalmis yesterday, a single taken of the last ball. There was a bit of reverse swing in offer as well. It looked like a small target initially from Hyderabad, but in the end it turned out to be comfortably the game of the tournament. Right, back to where we are right now at the Asian Town International Cricket Stadium. The finals of the softball event. ZEDAN CC versus Jameel Black CC, and what a way to start over number 6 in his slot, in his zone. And each time you got a penny for the ball going into that direction, you would be a millionaire.
Zishan Shani in his second over. His first over went for 11 runs. He starts off with a 6. Wonderful shot by Mafaz, the captain, leading by example. Shani with his second delivery. Over-pitch delivery played in the square leg region. Fielder running across. Just going to be a single, covering a decent amount of ground on that occasion.
Yeah, these ZEDAN CC batters, they seem to pack a punch. Bat with a strong bottom hand. As Rizvi comes back on strike, he's on 38 of 18 deliveries, providing the impetus to this innings.
Look at the wind, we can see the flags waving, and it's really difficult to hit down the ground because the wind is across the pitch. What happened there? It's straight to the fielder, just going to be a single. It was a Yorkerland delivery trying to play that one over those fielders at long on, mistiming it on that occasion, just a single.
Yeah, it's a funny game this, a couple of drop chances, and still, if they manage to pick up, if they go bang bang with a couple of wickets, they might find themselves crawling back into this contest. That's always the case with shorter games, as he goes straight down the ground, and this time he's got enough. This time he gets the full result. Second 6 of the over, and the captain is turning it on at the Asian Town International Cricket Stadium here in Doha, Qatar.
It was in the slot, fuller in length. He was waiting for that one. Straight down the ground. As I was speaking, it's not easy to hit against the wind, and he clears the boundary comfortably. He moves to 30 of 10, a strike rate of 300 runs.
Yes, such was the bat swing there, and the power and the grace of the man, the captain. He's got 2 boundaries of the over already, and tell you what, he will not stop there. He will look for another one, that's for sure.
Playing it with the soft hands towards the deep mid wicket fielder. Just going to be a single. 3 singles and 2 sixes, and that brings Rizvi, the left-handed batsman, on the strike. Both these batsmen looking really good. A very good partnership, getting under its way. 56 runs of 23 deliveries, a strike rate of 200, which is really good considering the conditions and the situation. That's a good shot, getting in a good position, clearing the boundary comfortably on that occasion. What a big shot, what a good shot. It was asking to be hit, making some room there in the leg side. Places it perfectly over the fielder in the backward square leg region for a six. 3 sixes and 3 singles, making it 21 runs off this over. Scoreboard moves to 90.
Yeah, gigantic, humongous over there. Absolutely gargantuan proportions. Shuffling across the crease, and yet again showing how this game is a matter of action replays. Similar delivery and a similar result. And once again, that area, that onside area, square leg area, is under heavy fire. It's taken some serious toll throughout this contest. And it was no different in that last over as well. Shawnee finishing his spell. Not something he would be proud of looking back as another conference is taking place. And do all your conferences, do them as you like, but as long as you don't change your line and length, these two batters will mercilessly keep tonking you.
Umpires need to come in at this moment. They have been taking quite a long time in discussions. Umpires need to warn, need to get the game going. There is an IPL match that is ongoing today between Kolkata Knight Riders and Lucknow Super Giants. KKR putting 181 runs on the board. Ajinkya Rahane 41, Raghuvanshi 45, Green not out on 32, and Roman Powell, what a wonderful innings from him, 39 of 24 deliveries, putting on 181. 182 to win, and it's going to go all the way down to the wire, it seems. LSG requiring 24 runs in 8 deliveries. Wonderful innings by Ayush Badoni, 54 runs. Mukul Chaudhary batting on 36. So 20 of 7 deliveries now. A very close match. There was another match that was played yesterday, which went down the wire as well.
As you can see, the Qatari national team practicing in the background have made great progress in the last couple of months. Played a series against Saudi Arabia, won that 3-2, and another one against Bahrain, winning it 4-1. They're on the rise, on the move. This young Qatari side under the captaincy of Mirza, making great strides. Qatar is emerging as a force to reckon with in this region. They've absolutely enhanced the quality of cricket in this region, in this country. Cricket for all has been the motto. And they've been going in that mojo. Things going in the right direction. A bit of a break in between for unforeseen circumstances, but we are back again with the game that everyone loves to see and cherish. Different format, but the same passion and zeal continues.
Hamza to continue the 7th over of this innings. Things are not really going well for the fielding side. Hamza in his first over bagged 1 wicket, went for 13 runs. Things are back after a little discussion. It took some time. Yesterday there was a match between Gujarat Titans and Delhi Capitals. The match that went down the wire. Gujarat Titans winning by just a single, just 1 run. Hamza to Mafas. That was in the slot. Is it going to go all the way? Yes, indeed. What a good shot. Not a good start for Hamza. It was in the slot. Smacked it towards the square leg region. Timing it to the perfection. Middle that really well with his strength.
Yeah, they're running away with the show here. The ZEDAN CC batters. This partnership needs to be broken. It's already 68 now of 25 deliveries, 4 overs to go. They're on the launching pad here, these two batters. And the fact that the Black Cats bowlers haven't really learned their lessons. They keep feeding them those deliveries in and around leg stump. That's better. It was a cutter, leg cutter. The batter asking for a wide was a bit ambitious, and then shadow practicing the shot. He should have played, but it was a good delivery because he rolled his fingers over it, and although the batter would have thought it was in the slot, the ball moving away from him at the last moment.
That's the way to do it, mixing up your deliveries with the slow ones, with the cutters. That's how you can deceive the batsman. This is a big one. Is it going to go all the way? Fielder coming around it. Yes, indeed, it's taken. What a wonderful catch. Judged to the perfection. Mind you, the ball is swirling with the wind. It's not easy to judge, and that's the end of Mafas. 13 deliveries took him to score 37 runs. He's walking back, a long walk back to the pavilion. It's 96 for 2.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, and finally one in the breadbasket. That was high, and for a moment I thought that would have been handsome as well. But once again, that cutter doing the trick, moving the ball away from the batter. He wasn't able to find the sweet spot of the bat, miscuing it, playing it a little early as well because there was a bit of pace off too. And this time the fielder does not make a mistake. A wicket that Black Cats needed, much needed wicket.
That was a hit with the wind, in fact. Still couldn't clear on that occasion, completely mistiming it, getting a leading edge. It was high but not handsome. And a welcome wicket for the fielding side. ZEDAN Cricket Club 96 for 2. They are going along pretty well. Current run rate 14.77 with a projected score nearing 150. They'll take that happily. Rikas is the new batsman. He starts off with a single. It was a Yorker length attempted full toss delivery.
I think this is their opportunity now to claw back into this game. Rizvi is still out there. He's batting on 45. He's well set. He's seeing the ball well. He's one man. They would love to see the back off at this stage.
It's not easy for the new batsman to come in and start playing the big shots. He'll need to get used to the bounce and the pace of the pitch, and especially when the bowler is mixing with his deliveries. It's not going to be easy. Rikas opens his account with that single. Rizvi on strike, 45 of 20.
Yeah, this will be interesting now to see if there's a change in tactic. He is miscued it, not quite timing it as well as he would have liked. He's coming back for the second. And the fielders, they're making an absolute meal of it. A bit of a comedy of errors there. The ball has been lost. And so is the captain wondering where did that go. They come back for a 3 in the end.
Could have been a single, a deflection from the fielder. Additional 2 runs added to the score, and that brings 100 for ZEDAN Cricket Club in just 6.5 overs. A wonderful effort by the batting side. Last delivery coming up from Hamza. Oh, that was pretty close. It was in the slot. A slower one attempted, probably a leg cutter on that occasion, deceiving Rizvi completely. End of the over, 100 for 2.
The idea was right. He wanted to tongue that somewhere in the middle of Doha. However, the connection not right.
It was Rikas, the new batsman, who faced the last delivery. Umpires need to really come in because there is a lot of time being taken between the overs, and it's not helping the umpires. They have a limited time to finish their quota of 10 overs.
Yeah, they're having that mini conference once again. They've had one too many, and the umpires, rightly so, intervening at the right time. They want to make sure the game finishes on time. That's their job. And the players obviously have to oblige. As the last 3 overs coming up, the launching phase of this innings, 100 for 2 they are. They've got one set better. Rizvi, he's had a couple of lives given to him. And he's the man who will be looking to do most of the damage at this stage as Zohaib comes back in for his second over of the spell. And right up in the block hole, not much you can do about that, even in this day and age. You've got a few batters trying those fancy scoop shots, particularly in leather ball cricket. But in this format of the game, if the execution comes right, as it did on that occasion, not much can be done.
It was wonderfully bowled Yorker length delivery. He was good enough to bring us back down in time. Zohaib Akhtar with his second delivery. Rizvi on strike, and he's out bowled him. A Yorker length delivery again. Trying to play that in the square leg region, completely playing a wrong line, and that's the wicket number 3. He falls on 100. His personal milestone of 50 runs could not be achieved. He departs for 48, a long walk back to the pavilion. 48 of 22 deliveries. What an innings from Rizvi.
Yeah, through the gate on that occasion was Zohaib. It was full, it was straight, it was speared in. And into the stump, clatter. What a mess did it make. Zohaib, he bowled particularly well in his first over, and he's been right on money, right on song in his second spell as well. Sending back Rizvi, the set batter, and against the run of play now. This game swinging like a pendulum, starting to come back slightly in favor of the bowling side. A bit of a seesaw this.
Good comeback by the fielding side. 100 for 3. Things are calmed down for them at this moment. At one point, ZEDAN Cricket Club was cruising along really nicely, pulling things back in time. Aswar is the new batsman. So 2 new batsmen on the crease, and that will make an impact on the total score. Rizvi got out on 48 of 23 deliveries, 3 boundaries and 4 sixes for him.
Now he's bowled 2 good Yorkers now. It's not easy to continue to do that and be consistent with it. Let's wait and see if he falters on this occasion. He's likely to. Yes, he does. A full toss and also missing his line. Not easy. This day and age, a lot of people ask why not the bowlers bowl so many Yorkers. It's just because it's not humanly possible to be able to execute that line and length each time. As we saw on that occasion, the third delivery, the bowler having executed 2 perfect Yorkers, finally faltering. And this is the batter's moment now. If he could capitalize, and yes he does, yes he does. You're only a human. And Aswar, although he's new to the crease, showing that he's prepared to take the onslaught if an opportunity presents itself. What a way to get off the mark.
Zohaib missing his length at this moment. It was over pitch asking to be hit. Aswar hits a 6 of first delivery that he's faced. The scoreboard moves to 107. 5th delivery of this over from Zohaib on its way. Again in the slot, really well played, getting in good positions. It's out of the stadium at this moment. What a wonderful strike. He is not holding himself back, as is the time at this moment. Just 2 overs left after this over.
Somebody could have caught that. Somebody working for Qatar Airways went so high, would have come down with a weather report. What a beginning, what a start. Against the run of play, Aswar, 2 balls, 2 sixes. And with an excellent start to this over, Zohaib now all of a sudden finds himself with his backs against the wall. He's got to do something different here. He will be feeling a bit tired, a bit under the pump, a bit under pressure. Now where does he target next? Again, he's been depleted of his ability to bowl Yorkers. Will he replenish? Will he be able to? No, he doesn't. Misses his mark once again. Down leg side. A wide signal by the umpire.
14 runs coming off this over so far with 1 delivery to go. He started off well. Sohaib Akhtar, 2 back-to-back sixes, followed by a wide. So bowler under pressure. That's what one good shot does to the confidence of the bowler.
And he hasn't got a slower ball or a cutter in his repertoire so far. And that's an area that he will be worried about at this stage. He wants to get away from the batter's hitting arc, maybe bowl it wide outside the off stump. Yes, he tries to do that, but once again the execution was wrong, way wrong, missing everyone and 4 byes.
That should have been collected. It was a wayward delivery, missing his length completely. Called wide by the umpire. Again, a little gathering in the middle. Just need to cover the basics, get the things right. Zohaib is trying to overdo the things. Probably this was an attempt to bowl a Yorker just like his first 2 deliveries. Missing the mark completely. He bowled really well in the first couple of deliveries, bowled Yorker and deliveries to Rizvi, getting his precious wicket as well. At this moment things are not looking good for Zohaib.
I think the intention on that occasion was right. He wanted to go wide, outside the off stump, wide and full. But it's one thing thinking about it, completely different, being able to execute it. And again, the signal is wide outside the off stump. And this time the execution works. Well done.
Play and a miss, trying to dig that one. It was a Yorker delivery, just wide outside the off stump.
I won't be surprised if the batter tries to do something different here, maybe attempts a reverse hit, because he knows the bowler now will be eyeing that off stump area right outside it. Maybe he will shuffle across now.
Wonderfully bowled, a low full toss in the gap, ball racing towards the boundary, could not be stopped by the fielder. A fielder trying to cut that off with the feet. Ball was winning the race on that occasion, and 23 runs coming from that over, 123 for 3.
Yeah, smart cricket that by Rikas. Not trying to be cheeky, not being too ambitious as well. He was quite happy, looking for a boundary only, just for a 4 rather than a 6. And as you said, it ends up being a costly over nonetheless, even though he started off so well. With 2 overs to go now, they're almost nearing the target that they had their sights on at the beginning of this innings. They wanted to get a target of around 155. And with a couple of big overs, they'll find themselves well and truly there and thereabout.
And after a long time, the current run rate plunged over 15 runs and over. That makes the projected score somewhere close to 154. So last 2 overs to go. Action mode is already active for ZEDAN Cricket Club. Rikas will be facing the first delivery from Naufal. Naufal bowling his first over. It won't be easy.
What a time to do it. A ninth over, the penultimate one. A wide signal as well. First ball, missing his marker. Rikas is relatively new to the crease. A wide stance. He wants to hit the ball leg side. Missing it. Dot ball as good as gold dust at this stage.
Slower is better at this moment. Batsman expecting the ball at a certain pace, and if you don't give the batsman any pace, it's really difficult to hit that one. That time it was in the slot, making a good room on the offside. Rikas starts off his first six.
Oh, that was telegraphed. That was telegraphed well and early. Rikas shuffling across, wide stance. There is one area, only one, that he wants to hit that ball to. However, if an opportunity presents him itself, he does not mind accepting it. This time it was wide outside the off stump. The reason why he was able to execute that shot was the pace. It was slower, gave him time to adjust. Initially he wanted to go onside, but just at the last moment, helping that ball with the movement and back-to-back sixes.
That was probably the shot of the day. It's not easy to play using his arm strength, his back strength on that occasion, clearing the fielder at deep cover comfortably. This time again over pitch, and what a wonderful shot. 3 back-to-back sixes for Rikas. He moves to 19 of 6 deliveries. What a wonderful shot. That was right up in the slot, a little over pitched, wide outside off, getting in good positions. Wonderfully played.
Yeah, he's showing his full range now. One down the onside, one down the offside, and straight down the ground. Yet again he goes straight, and yet again the result is the same. It's the 4th maximum of this over, and he is truly lightening up the field with that kind of an onslaught. What a finish to this innings we are having. Rikas, he's out there and he's got answers to almost everything that's been presented to him. 4 balls, 4 sixes, and 4 different areas of the ground. Incredible ball striking this is from Rikas. How does he finish it? Through the offside he goes, this time protection. Some sanity returns finally as over number 9 comes to a close. 4 sixes, a wide and a single off it. 26 runs coming of that 9th over. 149 are ZEDAN CC at the end of 9.
What a wonderful display of batting by these two players in the middle. Rikas and Aswa. Back-to-back sixes. Last 2 sixes were of the over-pitched delivery. That's what the batsman was waiting for. 149 on the board. For the first time, we are seeing the run rate close to 17 runs and over. It will be really difficult to chase down this total, requiring almost more than 15 runs and over.
Rikas and Aswar playing absolute blinders at the back end of the innings. Just what the doctor ordered for them in the big finals, the big stage.
Strike rate of 490. 49 runs by these two of just 10 deliveries. Can imagine how well these two have batted together. Rizin, who was a bit expensive in his first over, 18 runs. He is bowling the last over of this innings.
In he comes, full toss. He's played it through the offside, but there's a fielder coming across. Will he be able to stop it? No, he won't. There was a big run, a big effort as well out in the field. the fielder sprinting, doing his best, but the ball running away for a boundary. What a start to this over. Exactly what they needed.
170, what is looking quite achievable for ZEDAN Cricket Club, and that will be a very decent total considering the final pressure that was wide outside of ball going away from the batsman with the angle. Umpire spreading the wings, giving it wide.
It's probably a little bit harsh there on that occasion. The batter shuffling across, and these days the umpires are a bit more generous with those balls, especially if the batter is moving around. And once again, a good delivery there, up in the block hole, but he's managed to get it through an inside edge. It doesn't really matter how it comes at this stage. A French cut, not where he intended to, but a 4 nonetheless. And these runs are coming at the moment as if it's a Friday night sale in Sugwagif.
That was heading straight to the fielder at backward square leg, just a little away from him, probably misfielded on that occasion. That makes Rikas to be on strike. Third delivery, that is slower one attempted.
Oh, what a shot! What a shot that is! It was slow, all right, and it was bouncing, all right. What Rikas was up to the task, equally good. How good he is! How good is his balance? He's got this uncanny ability to watch the ball till the very last moment, as he did there. And once again, changing his shot, adapting it as per the delivery bowled.
3 boundaries and a wide with 3 deliveries to go. 162 on the board. Rikas batting on 38. Couple of sixes will take him to his 50. Risen. That was wide outside of misfield by the keeper, resulting in a single. Not a good delivery.
He's a hard man to bowl to at this stage. Rikas, 11 deliveries, racing on to 38. He's got answers to almost everything that's been thrown at him. So they wouldn't really mind at this stage, Black Cats, having him off strike.
Aswar, who was watching on the other end, he gets on strike with that no ball, and it's going to be a free hit, it seems.
And a good delivery, using the angle, and that's clever really. Asking the batter to play towards the offside if he can. That's smart.
Deceiving Aswar on that occasion completely.
It's a little bit different is Aswar from Rikas. Plays from the crease, doesn't like moving around a lot. This time he does though, but another dot delivery once again, that line outside the off stump paying dividends. And 2 good balls then, all of a sudden a bit of an anti-climax against the run of play.
Seems Aswar is walking back to the pavilion and there will be a new batsman on the crease. Not sure what happened. Generally he'll be...
I think they probably want a left-hander.
Missing 2 deliveries on that occasion, back to back. Aswar will be considered retired hurt.
He's
been
been
out, in fact.
Yeah, that's an interesting decision there. Was it caught? Did it take something as that ball went past that bat? Was it a feather of a nick maybe? Perhaps, who knows?
Risen gets his first wicket. He's been expensive. 33 conceding so far with 1 delivery to go. Sanath is the new batsman. He has only 1 option to go big.
Oh, what a finish to the innings then. Fantastic. Last 3 balls of the final over, all dot balls.
15 runs from this over. Good comeback by Rizin. A little bit of anti-climax for ZEDAN Cricket Club. They were looking in a good position to go across 170, 164, that's all they could manage. And 165 will be the target. We'll be back after a short break. Welcome back to our viewers. The QCA softball tournament. It's the finals. Match number 63 on its way. ZEDAN Cricket Club batting first, putting on 164, losing just 4 wickets. A good batting performance by ZEDAN Cricket Club. YTR Cricket Club winning the toss, choosing to field first. Seems it wasn't a good decision for them. ZEDAN Cricket Club, the batting scorecard. Irfan started off with Rizvi. Irfan scored 12. Rizvi batted wonderfully well for his 48. Mafaz 37, Rikas 39. Aswar in the end scored 16 runs. Bowling card not looking good for YTR Cricket Club. Hussain 1 over for 17. Zishan 2 overs for 32. Hamza Safir 2 overs for 23. Zohaib Akhtar 2 overs for 33. Mohammad Rizin 2 overs for 33 again, and Nofil 1 over for 26 the last over. He was expensive. Hamza bagging 2 wickets. Zohaib and Mohammad Rizin 1 wicket each. And we are back live for the second innings. Rilwan starting off left arm round the wicket. First delivery, what a good shot. It went all the way for 6. Shani, what a wonderful strike that one. First delivery of this innings goes for a 6. It was staying down the leg side. Got in a good position. He was waiting for that one. A bad delivery to start off for Rilwan. That's what they need. Target of 165. 16.5 runs an over is the required run rate. Current run rate 36. That's really well bowled. Angling into the batsman Shani. A 6 followed by a single. That's a good ploy. Rilwan with his action, he appears to be a very difficult bowler to bat to. A round arm action. We have not seen any bowler in the international cricket who bowls left-handed. That too with a round arm action. It will be a very interesting contest. Zohaib on strike. That was angling into the batsman again. Really well bowled. The angle that he creates, it makes it really difficult for the batsman to time it. And with that angle, if he can mix up the line and length as well as the pace, he can be a very difficult bowler to bat to.
Right, they've got an uphill task here. Yummy Black Cats, having won the toss, deciding to bowl first, a decision that they would have come to rue at the later stage of the first innings. They were tonked to all parts of the ground, and here they are in the second innings, finding themselves in a situation where they've got to go. Every ball they've got to go. Good delivery by Rilwan.
It's not just the speed, it's the subtlety of the change in length that is deceiving the batsman. On the money.
Here, Rilwan using that angle, and also the trajectory of his bowling is right on mark. So far in this over, he's only conceded 8 runs, a maximum of the first ball of the over, but that's understandable because it was a loser to start with. But since then, he's been absolutely meticulous with his line and length. Through the offside goes Shani's drilled it, but it'll only be a single, and single at this stage is as good as gold dust.
Surgical piece of bowling, pinpoint accuracy, wonderfully executed by Rilwan. His first delivery, he was straying down the leg side, went for a 6 all the way towards the fine leg region, but a very good comeback by him. He's bowling a really neat, tight line and length.
Well, Heaney comes in again, and they need to finish big here. Do Black Cats as Rilwana boating that run up. He's got a short run up, and that gives him more control. A round arm action, balls with a flatter trajectory, making it difficult for the batters to get underneath the ball. And what a finish! Bang on target. A toe crusher to end over number 1. 1 done. Black Cats are 10 for none.
The pressure is building with every dot ball and a single. The tension is palpable. Zohaib batting on 2, Shani batting on 8. 10 of the first over. When you are chasing 165 in 10 overs with almost 17 runs an over, you cannot afford to get a dot ball or even a single. Run rate crossing 17 run an over mark, 17.22. That's what is required for YTR. Such a pressure, chasing such a daunting total. It's not easy down there in the middle. ZEDAN will be feeling confident the total that they have put on.
Yeah, they were a side that walked into this tournament scarred from that loss in the last year's final. They looked good. They looked to be the dominant side all throughout that tournament, only to face a heartbreak in that final encounter. And tonight, they've got a lot of boxes ticked, making amends for that previous performance. And can't help but get the feeling that they are miles ahead in this game so far.
Both these batsmen really need to play the hand that is solely needed at this point. These two need to get going. Nazir, he starts off with his first delivery of first over, and it was in the slot. Really well played. Seems all the way. Yes, indeed. What a good shot in the slot. Both these overs starting off with a 6. Scoreboard moves to 16.
Yeah, it was a bit slower on that occasion. He picked the line and length early as well and deposited it right where it belonged. Over deep mid-wicket fence.
Momentum, that's what you need at this moment. Need to play some big ones at this moment. Zohaib starts off well, 8 of 4 deliveries. He needs many more.
Full toss, and not a bad result yet again for the bowling side. Not being able to take the full toll there. Zohaib, it was there to be hit, asking to be hit, but the timing, much to be desired for. 6 and a boundary now. They need to go big. And once again, a Yorker length delivery just outside the off stump. Is looking for a wide, but you've shuffled across so much. The right decision given in the end by the umpire.
The game is not played in the muscles, it's played in the mind. That's what Nazir is doing at this moment. He knows what the batsman is trying to do, trying to go across, and that was a full toss, really well played. Straight to the fielder though, that's out. What a good catch, and YTR loses their first wicket on 17. Nazir gets his man in his first over.
Oh, that's what happens when you're chasing the game, and they always will be in this particular contest. YTR, it looked like a good shot. Full face of the bat, a proper cricketing shot as well. Looked pretty, but did not really have the legs on it to carry all the way. A comfortable catch taken in the end, and YTR have lost one early. Shani has to make that long way back to the pavilion now, as they are 17 for the loss of 1.
He didn't hit that really well. He merely timed it. And the timing is all that matters. What a welcome wicket for the fielding side.
Right, a new batter is in. It's still a funny old game of cricket, this. And although at this stage it does seem like YTR are faced with an uphill task, you never know, a couple of big overs, and they might find themselves clawing back into this contest. Just a single to get off the mark for the new batter. And that's the kind of result which ZEDAN captain will take with his eyes closed.
It's been decent over so far. Just 8 run coming off the over with a wicket. 18 on the board.
Goes straight down the ground, but he hasn't really gotten hold of it as well as he would have liked, but still that ball rolling away for a boundary. A 4 to finish over number 2. YTR now are 22 for 1.
Current run rate 11 runs and over, not helping the things at this moment. You need to go almost 18 runs and over, and that's where the fielding side, ZEDAN Cricket Club, will be feeling comfortable. They have the cushion of those extra 30 runs. Hamza is the new batsman. He got off the mark already. He'll be facing the first delivery of the new over.
Yeah, they've looked the better side so far. ZEDAN CC, they're a seasoned cricketing team. Not the first time that they find themselves in this situation. They played the finals of the tennis ball tournament last year, and here they are once again, second final on the trot, with a lot of boxes ticked as well.
YTR Cricket Club choosing to bowl first, and that decision seems to have backfired for them. ZEDAN batting really well, putting on a decent total. Fielding was a little sloppy for YTR as well, dropping few catches, resulting in such a high score. Muffas, the captain himself, who batted really well for his 39 runs in the first innings, he brings himself to the bowling. He'll be bowling his first over, third for the innings. Hamza on strike.
It's called the softball cricket, but tell you what, by no stretch of the imagination, these guys are going to be soft on the ball. As Mafas comes in and he's been welcomed to the crease with a higher, but this could be taken. A comfortable catch, the captain introducing himself into the attack, and a wicket immediately next to his name. A second one of the innings to ZEDAN CC, as they are well and truly marching ahead in this game.
Hamza couldn't stay there for a long time. He departs for one. The delivery landed in the right corridor of uncertainty. He had to go at it. A simple catch, very well judged though. Ball is swirling around with a decent breeze that is going along. We can see that with the curtains that are there near to the pitch. 22 for 2, things are not looking good for YTRCC. Not a kind of start that you would want when you're chasing somewhere in excess of 165 runs. That brings Rashik on the crease. Mafas starts off really well. First 2 overs started off with a 6. This one is the exception. It starts off with a wicket.
Yeah, one thing that's been common in these three bowlers so far that's been used is a shorter run-up. And that kind of allows them more control over where they want to land the ball. They've hit the right areas and they haven't really tried to do anything fancy, which has allowed them to make early inroads in this game. And they've got obviously the cushion of 165 runs. Another dot ball though. And there's an appeal actually for caught behind. They look very confident. The captain certainly does. The umpires don't agree.
That was a pitch of a delivery. It's started around the off, fizzed across the clip. He's cranking up the pace now, making the surface feel much quicker than actually it is.
Slower one and deceived yet again in the air, and a catch comfortably accepted. And once again, Mafas showing his skill set, variations. It was a little shorter, all right, but that ball cutting across the batter, and another one bites the dust.
Indeed, it was a slow bouncer. Batsman trying to clear that fielder at a short fine leg, edging it to him. A comfortable catch, really well taken though. And that's wicket number 3, 22 for 3. Things are getting from bad to worse for the batting side at this moment. 2 wickets in this over for Mafas. Wonderful bowling. He's leading by example here. Mafas, the captain for ZEDAN 11. Rashik departs without disturbing the scorers. Zohaib is kept watching at the other end. He is batting on 13 of 6 deliveries.
Haven't really had the answers to ZEDAN CC's onslaught in this game so far, whether it's with the bat field or with the ball. They've been thoroughly in control all throughout, led by example. Mafas showing the way, and at the moment it looks like this game is well and truly in the bag for ZEDAN CC. Not the kind of finals that the fans would hope to see. They would probably see a bit more, they probably hope to see a closer contest. That might still be the case, but it looks a bit ambitious, a task too ambitious at this stage. Oh, what a shot that is by Bhaskar. Hang on though, yeah, for a moment the fielder fancied his chances. He was coming underneath it, wanting to catch that one, but then watching that ball sail over his head for a 6.
The fielder was interested for a while, but it hit so well. It was from the meat of the bat. Wonderful shot for 6. You need many more of those at this moment. Again, getting in good position, all the way for 6, smacked, dismissed from the side on that occasion. What started off as a very good start of the over for Mafas, back-to-back 6s, 35 on the board with 1 delivery to go.
Yeah, what a response there by Bhaskar. He's saying, I'm right here, right now, and this might be my night. This might look like a game that's well and truly out of reach, but if he is able to hit a few more of those, tell you what, we might as well be in for an absolute cracker of a contest. Oh, what happened there? Oh, goodness me. He's showing a full range. Turned right-hander just a couple of seconds before the bowler came into ball. and was able to execute a shot over square leg as well as the ones he executed while he was batting left-handed. Well, we've got an ambidextrous batter to contend with here. Don't go anywhere. End of 3. YTR 41 for 3.
They're scoring at almost 14 runs an over, which is not bad. They have lost 2 wickets too many, YTR Cricket Club. Bhaskar hitting 3 back-to-back massive sixes. The last one being the best of the lot. Reverse switch hit. Timed it to the perfection. That too when the bowler is not expecting.
Extraordinary, absolutely unbelievable. The kind of talent and skill set that some of these players have is an absolute treat to watch. He's on the non-strikers end at the moment, and that's one place that the opposition captain would be happy to see him at. The way he's going, he is one man who could make a real contest out of this one. All eyes on Bhaskar. 3 ball, 3 sixes. Zohaib, he's on 13 of 6. Will do well to get his partner back on strike. Wants to repeat the heroics from the last ball. This is not very good cricket, has to be said. He's got a man who's in good touch, who's seeing it like a football. Got to get back his partner on strike. In fact, the umpire thinks there was an edge and he's been given out. Zohaib is arguing, but if the umpire thinks it's out, it has to stay that way.
What happened there? Batsman is certainly not happy. Nevertheless, a wicket for the fielding side. Wicket number 4. Zohaib departs. He's adjourned, caught behind by the umpire. (41 for 4). Things not looking in good shape for the batting side at this moment. There was a brief discussion between the 2 umpires. Took some time for them to declare the batsman out. A welcome wicket for ZEDAN Cricket Club. Aswar gets the wicket of the first delivery of his first over, and there has been a pattern. First 2 overs, 6 of first deliveries, followed by the later 2, a wicket of the first delivery. Required run rate is inching towards 19 runs an over, and things are getting more difficult at this moment. Shahid is the new batsman, right-handed batsman on the crease. He's on strike. He'll face the second delivery from Aswar.
And what a way to get off the mark. Shahid, first ball right in the slot, and he did not hesitate to give it the full Monty.
The bat looked like an extension of his arms. Absolute purity in the strike. Middled it. He smoked it on that occasion.
I think he had an absolute go at that one. An absolute hoik of a shot there. Going 360 degree with his bat swing. Was no holds barred, that's for sure. And that forces the bowler to go outside the off stump, and that's one area which has turned to be profitable all throughout this night for the bowlers. They haven't been able to hit that mark very often, but when they have, it has paid dividends. We saw that in the first innings, the last 3 balls, all resulting in dot balls and an outside edge. It's been missed. The trap was set, the line and length complementing that, but only for the fielder to make a meal of it.
That was a subtle change of pace, a clever piece of deception in the air. He's dragging the length back just enough to keep the batter guessing, and he was almost rewarded with a wicket. A good fielding effort, and it would have been curtains for Shahid. Nevertheless, a single to get him off strike, and that brings Bhaskar, a left-handed batsman who is batting really well.
Yeah, Bhaskar, 3 ball, 3 sixes, exciting times, and he's ready once again. What a batter, is shown a full range, and the fact that he can bat ambidextrous adds to the woes of the fielding side. They can take their time. It is a bit wet, the outfield. It rained early in the day, catching some sticky mud there. Aswar. It goes offside. There is protection down to the boundary. They'll be looking to come back for the second, and they do so comfortably.
Fuller inland delivery not giving enough elevation for the batsman to go big. And that's a good ploy. Fuller wide outside of even a lower full toss is going to work in this situation. Current run rate 13.30. They need to get going. Bhaskar batting on 20 of just 4 deliveries. That's really well played. Is it going to go all the way? Yes, indeed. What happened there? We'll wait for the umpire's signal. It seems it cleared the fielder comfortably.
We're still waiting. The umpire's just checking. And it's been signaled a boundary. So that ball bouncing just behind the boundary rope. But once again, Bhaskar, it wasn't a bad ball, mind you. It was there and thereabout at that Yorker length once again, just missing that mark by an inch. And it was good enough for Bhaskar with the kind of touch that he's in.
Bhaskar managing to score at a steady pace. He's anchoring the innings while the chaos unfolds at the other end. 4 wickets back in the pavilion. Almost 500 the strike rate for Bhaskar.
If anyone can win this game for YTR, it's that man, Bhaskar. And his partner Shahid at the moment, he would do well if he's able to give that strike back to him.
Shahid was dropped in the last over. He gets a life and he needs to make most of it. It's not very often that you get a second chance. So 4 overs have been completed, 55 on the board. The field is spread.
I think this is good captaincy as well from ZEDAN CC's skipper, bringing his premier medium-paced bowler into the attack. Rilwan bowled the first over. He wants to close out this game, get that wicket of Bhaskar. Wait and see if he's able to do that. Oh, what a shot! That's gone high into the night sky. And a maximum to start over number 5.
That dropped catch of Shahid is turning out to be expensive now. What a good strike. He was waiting for that one in the arc. Timed it to the perfection. Wonderfully played. Clearing the boundary comfortably. It was a big one.
This partnership now moving on to 20 of just 6 deliveries. So a bit of impetus coming back to YTR, and flatter delivery helped on its way. A valiant effort there in the field. The dive was in. They come back for a second in the meantime.
That kind of effort lifts the entire team. A 6 of the first delivery. What we have seen in the past few overs, either it's a 6 or a wicket of the first delivery. 63 on the board at this moment. Partnership of 22 runs, just 7 deliveries between these two. 8 runs coming off the first 2 deliveries. There is some discussion between the umpires and the fielding captain. Rilwan started off really well. His first over just considered 10 runs. This over already 8 runs of the first 2 deliveries. Sahid getting boundary and a couple of runs in this over. That was in the arc, did not time it well. Indeed it was. Just clearing the fielder there at long on. Toying with the field at this moment. Fielder looked interested. It was in the arc. 2 sixes in this over so far.
Well, keep an eye on that required run rate. It was 18.5 last over. It's come down to 17, and it's not something out of the reach in this format of the game. Softball cricket. They'd be fancying their chances, particularly with these two out in the middle now, hitting sixes and boundaries at will.
The asking rate is climbing all the time, turning the game into a frantic pursuit.
And once again, but this time, the fielder at the boundary did not have to move an inch. It went straight down to his throat, and a partnership that was looking threatening has been broken. Excellent piece of captaincy as well, bringing his prime fast bowler into the attack, and he's delivered the goods.
That wicket hasn't just broken the partnership, it has silenced the entire dugout for sure. 5 wickets down, and things are going to get worse from here, it seems, for the batting side. YTR in the 5th over, just 69 runs.
Yeah, absolutely. The pavilion going into a frenzy there with that wicket. Last hope. And it seems like with that wicket, they had the final nail in YTR's coffin. However, Bhaskar is still out there in the middle.
It's a fascinating game of chess at this moment. Captain moving his pieces meticulously, placing the fielders in right places. It was a deliberate delivery, asking the batsman to go big, perishing in the cause. There is no other option other than hitting the ball the distance. The required run rate, 18 runs and over, not an easy task to do consistently.
Right, look at the keeper there. He wants the bowler to go wide outside the off stump and executing the plan to perfection, Rilwan. They've got a plan and they're sticking to it. This is excellent piece of bowling and captaincy as well. New batter in, a dot ball to start. And once again, you see that required run rate climbing up to 18 after a wicket and a dot ball. Those two fielders up close in the circle as you see them behind the keeper. They're waiting for an opportunity, for a catch, for an edge, and the ball almost going in the direction of that short third man.
What a wonderful fielding effort on that occasion, saving some runs for his team. Musawir gets off the mark with that single. He'll retain the strike. YTR Cricket Club 70 for 5 after 5 overs. Rilwan did not start off well with his second over. He finishes his quota of 2 overs. First 3 deliveries going for 14, and a wonderful comeback by him. A wicket, a dot ball, and a single. 2 overs, 1 for 25. That's the figures for Rilwan. 95 runs more required of 5 overs. More than 18 runs an over required with 5 premium batsmen back in the dugout. Bhaskar hasn't got too much of a strike. Just imagine he's just faced 5 deliveries. What do you imagine? Just 5 deliveries. He's batting there for at least 4 to 5 overs. He's been kept watching at the non-striker's end. Nazir is brought back into the attack. A very short run up, 3-4 strides. Bowls it wide outside of Yorker and delivery. Batsmen need to do something. Musawir, it's not easy down there in the middle. Chasing 165. Every ball needs to go for a boundary at this moment. That was an outside edge towards the third man region, just going to be a single. The bowlers are mixing up the deliveries really well, playing with the pace of the delivery. Nazir has been bowling full. He's targeting the wide outside the off stump. That brings Bhaskar on strike after a long time. He just faced 5 deliveries, as I told you earlier. What can he do? What can he deliver at this moment? Full toss, high in the air. Fielder at long on, coming under it and comfortably taken. What a good catch. Really well judged. It was going away from him. Initially, it appeared as if he just overran. And that seems the curtains for YTR cricket team, the only hope in the form of Bhaskar. He has handed over a catch at long on. He departs for 24. 24 of 6 deliveries and YTR Cricket Club 71 for 6. Nazir bags his second. 3 deliveries, just conceding only a single. This is a crucial over. We'll have to see whether this over will turn the things completely in favor of the fielding side. Hussain is the new batsman. He has only one option. Try and go big. Try to go downtown. 4th delivery, Nazir to Hussain. Full toss. That's really well fielded. He slowed the ball. Suddenly saving a couple of runs for his team, getting in hand. On that one, it was played in the cover region. So 2 new batsmen on the crease, Musawir and Hussain. Hussain getting off the mark with a couple of runs. But it's been a wonderful over, just 3 runs so far. That was a Yorker length delivery. Wonderfully played, but just a single down to long off. Nazir making sure to outplay the opponent in this over. Run rate required well above 21 now. Nicely cover driven, just for a single. That's going to be the end of the over. 5 runs and a wicket. 75 for 6. YTR Cricket Club winning the toss, choosing to bat first. Things did not go in their favor right from the word go. They got the chances in the field. Couple of drop catches of the said batsman, and that's what hurt them. Required run rate 22. Last 4 overs, we'll have to see whether YTR Cricket Club put up some show. Can they fight it out? Nothing is impossible. Almost 90 runs required at this moment. 90 runs of 6 deliveries, 6 overs in fact. $75 for 6, 90 needed of 4 overs. Musawir batting on 3, Hossain on 3 as well. Aswar, who managed to get a wicket in his first over, 1 for 14, that's the figures for him. He's bowling his second, Yorker and delivery, trying to reverse, hit that one, a switch hit not working in favor of the batsman. Wonderful piece of bowling in last couple of overs, sealing the match for the fielding side. The asking rate is climbing all the time. That was in the arc, ball going away from the batsman. He got in a good position but could not manage to get any bat on that equation, completely deceived by the bowler. An amazing piece of bowling. This Yorker and delivery couldn't do much on that occasion. The dugout would be quiet at this moment. What a strike! Is it going to go all the way? No, it's out, caught at long on. Initially, it appeared as if Musawir hit that really well. He got the elevation, but couldn't get the distance and handed it over straight to the captain, who is waiting patiently. Very well judged catch on that occasion. 7 wickets back in the hut. And it seems the ZEDAN Cricket Club have sealed the match in their favor. The fielding side is looking relaxed, they're looking happy. Everything that they have done today have turned into a right decision. Everything working out in their favor. They've batted really well, they've fielded well, they've bowled well, they've looked like champions. Aswar bowling wonderfully well. A beautiful display of bowling, a medium pace. Lethal and completely unplayable in this over, Aswar. That brings Ifzal, the new batsman. He's a good hard-hitting batsman for the team. Trying to go big. Just a single to get off the mark for Ifzal. That'll bring Hossain on strike. Aswar has tied the batter in knots with that nagging line just outside off stump. Just going to be a single. He has the ball on the string today, landing it exactly where he wants. Ball after ball. End of the over. Just 4 runs coming from that over. 7 overs gone. 79 for 7. ZEDAN Cricket Club have shown a masterclass in the bowling with the variation. The batsmen playing for pace. These bowlers for ZEDAN not giving any. They are mixing the deliveries really well. Last over from Iswar, single to end the over. Hussain retained the strike. Rikas will be bowling the 8th over. Rikas to Hussain, a slow run up. That's straight to the fielder, seems a drop catch. That was a simple catch, straight down the throat, and the bowler is not happy with that effort. A slower one by Rikas halfway through the pitch. Hussain hit straight to the fielder at point. That should have been taken. A subtle piece of craft from Rikas. He is charging the batsman with his tail up, looking like he would take a wicket. On that occasion, he bowls it wide, given wide by the umpire. He's eyeing that wide line outside the off stump, trying to keep it wide down the offside, not allowing the batsman to free. It's not easy to hit the soft ball in the offside, especially for a 6. This was in the stumps, ball high in the airfield, converging, and a dropped catch again. 2 dropped catches back to back in this over. If you do not have the cushion like that they have in this match, these drop catches can turn lethal. At this moment, they are literally having no impact, with the required run rate inching beyond 25 runs. That was again wide outside of an inside edge to the keeper. Hussain struggling to hit that one in the offside, and wonderful piece of bowling by Rikas. The bowler is set up the trap. That's high in the air. This time it should be all the way. Timed it to the perfection, Hussain. It was over pitch, asking to be hit. Getting in a good position, getting a good elevation on that occasion. A wonderful stroke for a 6. Hussain moves to 12. That was wonderfully bowled. Batsman getting across the stumps, getting really wide down the offside, almost yawking himself on that occasion. And here comes the last delivery of this over from Rikas. Again, wonderfully bowled, Yorker and delivery ducked in nicely. Just going to be a single. 11 runs coming from that over from Rikas. Scoreboard moves to 90 for 7 from 8 overs. At this moment, 10 and 11 runs and over. Not looking harmful, not looking threatening. Qatar Cricket Association softball tournament. It started in 2025. Today, it's the final match. match number 63 between ZEDAN Cricket Club and YTR Cricket Club. ZEDAN batting first. They lost the toss but invited to bat first, putting on 164. Some wonderful batting performances in the top order. In the chase, YTR losing their way completely. ZEDAN did not allow them to be in the game right from the word go. Required run rate 37.50, so even 6 sixes in an over will not help the cause for YTR Cricket Club. That was in the arc, played straight to the fielder, taken on the bounce. Just going to be a single. Hussain moves to 14. Ifzal has faced 2 deliveries, managing to score just 2 runs. None of the batsmen could cross 30-run mark in the second innings. That was in the arc. Again, straight to the fielder. Ifzal would feel he missed out on the opportunity. It was there, an over-pitch delivery right in the slot. Trying to go back and not getting the timing on that one. 165, the target. It's looking as if they've been asked to chase 500 runs. That was a bad delivery, nicely taken by the keeper. Mafas trying to bowl it short, just wide outside off. The thinking is there, thinking is good, but the execution is what you need at this moment. This was good. He's hitting the dime out there, landing it on a repeat cycle of repetition. The first, second and third delivery almost at the same spot. The bowlers are in a different rhythm today, making the pitch look like a lot faster than it is. He's not just bowling, he is suffocating the scoring with the relentless line. It's been a probing over so far, testing the technique, temperament and patience of the batsman. That was wonderfully played. He found the blind spot, it seems. On the surface, the batter simply has no answer. 5 singles and a wide, just 6 runs coming off the 9th over. What a wonderful piece of all-round performance by Mafaz, the captain, leading by example. This time it was in the arc, all the way for 6. It was in the slot, tonked it over the fielder at long off. Wonderful strike for a 6. Ifzal gets going. He is 10 of 5 deliveries. We'll have to wait whether it's the end of the over. Indeed, it is. So after 9 overs, it's 102 for 7. What a wonderful all-round performance by ZEDAN Cricket Club. Hiyatullah. He's the bowler. He's seems he's going to bowl his leg spinners, bowling right arm round the wicket. Slingy action. Couple of strides into the bowling crease, and that's going to be a run out. Both batsmen at the same end. Ifzal kept running on that occasion. Hussain playing on the back foot. He had no clue whether Ifzal is running towards him. He stayed his crease. Ifzal falls on 10 of 5 deliveries. A wicket of the first delivery from Ithatullah in the form of a run out. It hasn't been a good chase for the batting side from ball number 1. 165. A score too many to chase. That's a big one. No muscle moved on that occasion. A wonderful swing of the bat, getting in good position. Hits that really well in the square leg region. A wonderful boundary by Hussain. Again, nicely bowled, not giving any room, not letting the batsman to get under the ball. Hidayatullah went for a 6, but a good comeback. A very unusual action for him. He grips the ball as if he's going to bowl a leg spinner. This was in the gap, really well played, wonderful stroke towards the mid-wicket region. It was a bit short of a length, asking to be hit, a gift for the batsman. Though it's over and out for YTR Cricket Club, but they are putting some show for the crowd in the last over. 2 more deliveries to go in this over. Rizin on strike again. This looks big. This looks all the way into the stands. Yes, indeed. He's turning it on, Rizin. A boundary and a 6 for him. His first 2 deliveries that he faced. Where was he? He should have been batting earlier up the order. And that's going to be the last delivery. It's going to be a boundary, a 6. We'll have to wait. Again, nicely flicked. A helicopter shot all the way for 6. So 3 sixes and a boundary in this over. YTR Cricket Club putting up a decent show, could not cross the line, and ZEDAN Cricket Club winning comfortably this match by 39 runs. The champions for 2025-2026 softball QCA cricket league is won by ZEDAN. They are the champions. What a performance by them, completely outplaying their opposition. Batting first, putting on 165 runs. Wonderful batting by the top order batsman, just losing 4 wickets. Rizvi, who batted really well, 48 runs for him, 3 boundaries and 4 sixes. Mafaz, the captain, batted really well, 37 of 14 with 5 sixes. Rikas, 39 of 12. 3 boundaries and a 4 for him. 12 extras in the first innings. That would hurt the YTR Cricket Club. 12 extras, 10 wides, almost bowling 2 extra overs, resulting in 164 runs in the first innings.
Mr. Khalid Al Suwaidi, Mr. Hamad Al Mugaisim, Director Softball, and Mr. Umran Hussain, the tournament head. Thank you very much, gentlemen, for your esteemed presence. And now I would also like to thank the softball coordinating team, Mr. Kasturi Lal, who was the coordinator, and also his team, Fazil, Mr. Fazil. Gurasevic, and Farhan. Thank you very much, gentlemen, for making this tournament happen. And also, a big thanks goes out to the broadcasting team for your diligence and making this event televised. Now, let's talk about this match once again. The final encounter being played between ZEDAN versus Yummy Black Cats. ZEDAN CC, losing the toss, were asked to bat first. How well did they come out and scored a gargantuan total of 165 runs? And it turned out to be a bit too much for YTR, who fought hard but fell short in the end. But well played. You thoroughly deserved your place in the final. ZEDAN versus Yummy Black Cats. Now, let me start off by calling upon the player of the match for today. And the player of the match today is none other than the captain himself, Mufas, for his 37 runs and 2 wickets. A bit too much for YTR, who fought. Can I please ask Mr. Omran to hand in the player of the match trophy? Versus Yummy Black Cats. Congratulations, the captain leading by example. Time now for the best bowler award, and any guesses as to who it goes to? Well, the unanimous decision is Mr. Rekas. And can I please ask Mr. Hamad Mugesim to present that award? From ZEDAN, yes. Yes, thank you. Well, time now for the big one. It's the player of the tournament, and it's none other than Rizvi for his 245 runs. And can I please ask Mr. Khalid Al Suwaidi to present that award? Well done, Rizvi. You were an absolute treat to watch. Well, just the right time now for us to invite the players from the runner-up team to come up and collect their award from Mr. Hamad Al Mugesim. Once again, can you please come forward and collect your medals and trophy? They're coming from that side then.
बस आते जाएं चलते जाएं आप लोग ZEDAN, can you clap, ZEDAN?
Well, let me now take this opportunity and honor to invite Mr. Muhammad Al Mir to come forward and present the medals to the winning team.
Sahir, come, Sahir. Sahir, come.
Could I now please call upon the captain of the runner-up team, Sharaf, to please come forward and have a few words. Sharaf. Sharaf. Thank you. Sharaf, thank you very much for having a word with us. It wasn't your night tonight, but you did extremely well to make it to the finals. Where did it go wrong? Do you think you could have batted first when you won the toss?
No, our decision is well, but our play not well for the bowlers. So it's okay.
And any final words on the way this tournament has been organized, how it's been handled by QCA? They've done an excellent job, of course. What's your say on that?
Yeah, QCA the excellent job because we played the first time, but the arrangement very good.
Well, commiserations this time, Sharaf, but well played and all the very best next time.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, there you have it, Sharaf. Played with their heart and soul, but unfortunately it wasn't their night tonight. Can I now please call upon the captain of the winning team to come forward, Mufas, and have a few words, please. Mufas. Mufas, last year's tournament you were so close, yet so far. This time you got over the line. How does it feel?
Assalamu alaikum. Really good feeling for this time. Inshallah, next time also we are try to best.
And tell us a little bit about your strategy in this particular game. It seemed like you had all the bases covered with your bowlers, bowling those slower cutters, and also when you were batting, you had a range of different kinds of batters to support you. What do you have to say about that diversity?
Really, sir, we are more than players. We are playing for the big tournament, so we have more experience. So that's why we, mashallah, we came to championship.
Well, we thoroughly enjoyed watching you in this tournament, and we would like to wish you all the very best for the future.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. There you have it, the two captains. Thank you very much for having a word with us. And now, could I please ask Mr. Khalid Al Suwaidi, the CEO QCA, to have a few words for the teams and in honor of the tournament.
Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. Good evening, everyone. Congratulations for ZEDAN team. And hard luck for Yummy team. And I would like to say that you are both winners tonight by participating in this great tournament, and your participation is make this tournament a success. Happy to be here in this annual tradition, and hope to see you inshallah in the next tournament. Thank you everyone. Also, before I forget, I would like to thank all the people, all the staff who was working to make this tournament a success. Our beloved staff QCA, and also all the volunteers, all the people work behind the scene to make this a success. Also, big thank to our broadcasting team for broadcasting this tournament, and thank you everyone.
Right, thank you very much, Mr. Khalid Al Suwaidi, for your motivating words. Obviously, it's not possible with without your support and without your courage, and it's solely because of your efforts that this tournament is made possible. Last but not the least, could I please call upon the officiating members, the umpires, to come forward and collect their medals, please. Can I please ask all the officiating members? And Mr. Muhammad Al Mir, or Mr. Muhammad Al Mugaisib, is going to present the medals. Well, last but not the least, we've thoroughly enjoyed this tournament. We hope that you have as well, and thank you very much for joining us in the stadium, and also everyone who was watching it on their TV sets. It's been an absolute honor and a pleasure to host you, and we look forward to your company in the future. Thank you. And lastly, can we please call upon the captain of the winning team, and Mr. Muhammad Al Mir, the board member, to present the winning trophy. I beg your pardon, could I please call upon the runner-up, please, and collect the the runners-up trophy, please. And Mr. Muhammad Al Mugaisib is going to present it. And now the big one, the winning trophy. Could I ask Mr. Muhammad Al Mir, the board member, to present the winning trophy to the captain of ZEDAN CC.
Come this side. In the side go. Kumar, Okay, hang over. Right. Right, okay. Yes.
Please.